Another benefit that our clients have come to enjoy is the fact that Kuzyk Law's reputation in the Antelope Valley is excellent.
The majority of our employees do live in the Antelope Valley.
We know the Antelope Valley. We know our clientele. We know the people in this community. We know the doctors in this community.
I would say it's probably 75%, are residents of the Antelope Valley and have been for a long time. So we definitely have the local flavor.
Being a strong part of the Antelope Valley community has its advantages.
That we have a hometown advantage with the local judges. Now, the judges are going to be fair. They're going to be as fair as they possibly can be. But if you're in front of the same judges, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, and they keep seeing you, you develop a rapport with the judge. They're going to see you again.
They know all the lawyers here. When we show up, they know what they're getting, and there's a mutual respect.
So when we appear in court in the Antelope Valley Courthouse, those judges know of Kuzyk Law's devotion and reputation for excellence.
We have to treat the judges with respect and professionalism. So it's a two-way street, but I think that does give us an advantage here in a local court.
It's such an important advantage when your attorney knows the judges where your case is going to be litigated. An attorney who comes from out of the area, who isn't familiar with the local judges, is not going to have as much ability to successfully represent their client in front of that judge as somebody who has been appearing in that courthouse and practicing in that jurisdiction for decades, like we here at Kuzyk Law have been doing.
From auto repair shops to doctors, the Antelope Valley knows Kuzyk has an excellent reputation.
I'm very confident that the vendors out there, the body shops, the chiropractors, the doctors, they know if they deal with our office, we are not going to take advantage of them. We're going to do our very best to get their bill paid to the greatest extent possible, and we're not going to try to cheat them at the end.
There are a lot of advantages to hiring a local law firm to handle your case.
If it's a case in the Antelope Valley, it would really be a mistake to hire anyone from outside of the area. And, of course, I'm biased, but it would be a mistake to hire anyone other than us because, this is all we do. This is all we've been doing forever. I've been here over 23 years. And I think Walt's been here probably closer to 40. So, through all that time, you develop relationships and rapport, with the different businesses here that are local. So I think that's a huge advantage over what another law firm could bring to bear.
Kuzyk's strong ties to the Antelope Valley community results in better settlements quicker.
I think that being established in this community does help us, and it probably does result in us incurring less costs than out-of-town lawyer would have to incur. And those costs, whenever you hire a contingent fee attorney, contingent fee is, we don't get paid unless we win. But if we win, we get a percentage. We charge what all other attorneys, charge for personal injury, which is 1/3 of the gross. But the costs also, it's fees plus costs. And if an attorney from out of town pays someone to come up here to sign up a client, pays somebody up here for an appraisal or an estimate, and pay for rides. All those costs will come right off the top out of the client's share. We don't have to incur a lot of those costs, so it ends up costing the client less money in costs. Plus, because we're so aggressive at our negotiations, not only will it result in less costs coming out of the client's share, but the client's going to get the case settled sooner for more. We pride ourselves in settling 90-95% of our cases out of court at full value without even filing suit. So, and that's because of the negotiations that we do and how aggressive we are in our letter writing and the phone calls that we make to get maximum value on these cases. And that inures to the benefit of the client because the client gets to keep more of the settlement.
Kuzyk Law has a different advertising strategy than most big law firms.
At Kuzyk Law, we're not one of these law firms that just has all the radio ads and the TV ads that you see, late at night and trying to get you to call some toll-free number. We've been in the community for many, many, many years. We have our billboards.
I've seen their billboards on the freeways, and I've seen the Adopt a Highway with Kuzyk Law.
14, thanks to Kuzyk Law, is a cleaner roadway.
Kuzyk pays to clean the 14 freeway.
You pay a certain fee, and you pay a certain amount for the state to clean that chunk of highway, so that's what that's about. So in exchange for paying for that chunk of highway's cleaning bill, you get your little sign up there on the freeway. So we keep adding, so I guess we keep cleaning more of the freeway.
Walt Kuzyk believes more in giving back to the community than running slick advertising campaigns.
We keep grabbing them up, as they become available.
Kuzyk Law is known wide. In the Antelope Valley, we see billboards and signs on the freeway, and they are just really well known in the Antelope Valley.
It's repetition, it's a little message. They get a little blip, little message, in conjunction with everything else that we do.
And I've seen a couple stuff in the freeway, the billboards. I've seen some billboards in the freeways.
Walt Kuzyk believes in the power of word-of-mouth advertising.
I would say word of mouth accounts for the single largest source of referrals of new cases that we get here.
At the end of every case, we send out a questionnaire to every client, and they write back whether they're happy with our services or not. And Mr. Kuzyk has in his office piles and piles of papers back from clients, this high, all favorable reviews.
There's nothing like a referral from a satisfied past client.
I was referred to Kuzyk Law. I was in a car accident myself.
We've been up here for over 3 decades, and Walt's got a fantastic name recognition and reputation for doing good work.
It was like a no-brainer to see them because they have dealt with all the community. So that was why I went to see Kuzyk Law.
We keep statistics on how we get every single case in this office. It's over 85% of our clients come from referrals. So that's one client referring a friend or a family member.
There's an old adage that if you do something right by somebody, they'll tell somebody. If you do something wrong by somebody, they'll tell 10 people.
Kuzyk Law works hard not to burn any bridges.
But if we burn somebody up here, everybody will know. If we burn a doctor, the doctors will all know. If we don't do right by a body shop, the body shops will all know. There's a lot of cooperation and professionalism needed to maintain a good reputation, particularly in a community that's kind of a smaller, closed community where people talk.
If we're getting 85% of our cases that way, and if we're as successful as we are, we have to be doing a good job.
We have to do right by everybody, because it's not necessarily a small town, Lancaster, Palmdale, there's probably 250,000 people up here if you go up to Rosamond, out to Llano, and this whole valley. So that it's a fairly large market, but it still feels like a closed, small market.
Having a good reputation as a local law firm that cares about the community is much better than any out-of-town law firm.
We still refer to attorneys in the valley as attorneys, those are the lawyers down below, So people are very proud of this area, and everybody talks. A lot of people seem to know each other, and so good work is at a premium. If you don't do good work by people, the people are going to find out. They're going to all talk.
That's the number one way we get clients. It's not from the billboards. It's not from flyers or the yellow pages or the other ways we do things. We have the internet. We have our website, of course, but referrals is the number one source.
Kuzyk Law gives back to help support the Antelope Valley community.
Here at Kuzyk Law, we take pride in giving back to the community that we serve.
We get numerous plaques every year for supporting Little League, beauty contests, the police department,
schools, Grace Resource Center, homeless assistance. We support animals, dogs, horses.
Running for Miss Rodeo of Hesperia, or 4-H club involvement, or Little League, or soccer, or football.
We're a regular member of community events. We are a member of the Law Day that the local law enforcement community puts on every year.
Local high school needed a donation to erect a new scoreboard. There's been countless different ways through the years that Walt Kuzyk has contributed to these charitable type of works.
Everyone in the Antelope Valley community knows about the Kuzyk commitment to help support the organizations of the Antelope Valley.
I know they do a lot of events, like for giving t-shirts out and donating money to events in children's baseball.
Kuzyk Law has been a member of the community since 1980, and we support countless charitable organizations.
I'm aware that Kuzyk Law helps a lot with sponsoring teams as soccer teams or Hartnell Girls baseball teams.
We believe in the Antelope Valley, and we believe in being a good and productive member of the community.
Kuzyk Law is not just about making money. They give back to the community. They sponsor soccer teams. They're a big part of the city.
This is the community that has helped me, and I intend to help the community.